Okay, gang. I have good news and I have bad news. So the good news is... Actually, let me start with the bad news. The bad news is I lost my notes. I don't know where they are. I don't know where my notes are. They are somewhere. The good news, though, is... so after stream last time, yeah, that's kind of why it took a little bit longer to get ready, because I was looking for them and I couldn't find them. But the good news is after stream last time, I spent a couple of extra hours just on my own doing free brew. Basically what free brew is you can just test a whole bunch of different things. So this is exactly what I did. I literally spent methodically did this. So I went coffee, ginger, milk, brew, and then the next one fucking did and I found out that, right? And I did coffee, mint, milk, and I just kept going in a line until I finally got everything. I literally got every single fucking thing. So, I am not gonna disappoint Wolf Dad anymore. That's what spurred this on. I didn't want to disappoint Wolf Dad. I felt so bad for Gala that I couldn't figure out the fucking thing. So you know what? Screw the notes. We don't need the notes. We have a full recipe book now. Oh, did we check the evening whispers last time? No, we didn't. We should probably start with this then. Before we start with the before we go into the conversation with Gala and Hyde, we should probably read our lovely newspaper story that Freya wrote. So let's do that. A stray boy and a lonely cat. Midnight. The boy arrives at his home. The ticking sound of the cooling engine fills the dark, empty garage, followed by the scrape of the rusty metal door being forcefully closed. He leaves the garage, and there she is, waiting for him to come back home. She always waits in the same spot around the same time. The boy always smiles when he sees her. Meow! The cat calls the boy, demanding the treatment she always receives from him every night, in the same spot around the same time. He laughs quietly as he walks up to join her. You've been waiting for me, haven't you? Here, come on, says the boy to the cat. Why? Miku dayo! Alright. Alright, well, I guess it's Miku dayo story time. Here, come here, says the boy to the cat while he pets her fur. The cat purrs loudly and refuses to stand still. She dances around him, stands up tall on 2 feet, rubs her head against his shins, and shares her affection while enjoying their nightly routine. Until suddenly, the boy decides that their interaction is enough for today. He stands up, walks away from her, and closes his door. The cat understands that their time for the day is up. They both return to their own lives. The boy did not give the cat something to eat, and the cat did not sleep next to him to help him relax, for she was not his, and he was not hers. Aww. Man, this just reminds me of this one cat. Okay, so when I lived at my other place, there was this one cat that I thought was a stray, and turns out she was not a stray, but I would come home and just spend like hours in my front little patio area on like one of the little chairs, and I would spend hours after work just like petting her. Like she would climb up on top of me and just sit in my lap for a little while, and I was like, oh, little baby bean, to the point that like there was a hurricane coming at one point, and I was really worried because at the moment I thought she was a stray, so I like bought kitty litter, I bought like food, I bought like all the things to make sure that she was gonna be okay, and I would like take her in during the storm and stuff. And then the owner like comes up to my door and is like, "Is this where my cat's been going all those nights? You've been feeding her, and she's been getting really fat." And I was like, "That's your cat?" And she was like, "Yeah." So man, I feel this. This story literally happened. Oh, do we have any updates on the Friends app? No updates. Okay. Okay, Gala, I know you have something in front of you right now, but I will not disappoint you. Please order again. I promise I have the thing that you need. He never really changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Oyster. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. You know what? Try adding milk to the ingredients you already have. Alright. You know what to do. Did he literally, like, give me the answer just there? Yeah, he literally gave me a hint. So it's tea, milk, and then ginger. So what I've been doing wrong is I've been doing this in the wrong order. I've been trying tea, ginger, milk, but it's actually just tea, milk, ginger. Try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? And they were bodyguards. Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? Oh yeah, Galahad. Yeah. He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Ugh, those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know Kung Fu. Besides, I'd had a couple of drinks. I wouldn't have taken them both if I was sober. I could have taken them both. A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? You were just a random guy? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. That's such a cute story. Like, okay, it's terrible, but it's great. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Kala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I am not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Ugh, yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before. Hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Oh, I see. So how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. Hide. I'd prefer it if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I wonder if we were better friends with him at this point, if he would have been okay telling us. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Oyster. I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? A tea-based drink that's warm and cool. I'm going for this one. I think this one has potential. Yeah, I mean, TT Mint. I could try it. TT Mint. I mean, that one is warm and cool. It's not really it's not a recipe. But maybe he doesn't care. Just give him mint tea. Democrab, you're a genius. I overthink too much. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. Ah, I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know? You look so tired, Freya. Our day at work? Ugh, how could you tell? Call it werewolf senses. Right. I showed Oyster my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So, I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. And I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital adminning life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's lives, then? You could say that. Yeah, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist, or think about the necessity of it. Exactly. It's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. You. He needs to be a bit less loyal, though. Hide. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy. Ask for a promotion, man! They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial. Take it! Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure you out. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Oyster. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care on your way. And I get it, though. I get it. I feel like being loyal to your job isn't a bad thing. You should also look out for yourself. You know, it's kind of hard to believe someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So, how did you guys meet? Seriously? I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. So he really does just retell the whole thing. Whoa. I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Freya? Freya, no. No. Invasion of privacy. Let them have this. Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya. Come on. I won't get into details. Ah, hide! You caved! But going to war, it messes with your head. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. I wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least, it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle. Hey, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person. That's all. Is that really all? Okay. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him to do it. How? Is complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me. And not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Oh god, what voice did I give this guy? Something, it was like high and squeaky.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again.
We are also glad to see you, barista.
By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name?
Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil.
Neil.
Yes, Neil.
Is that your real name?
Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. From what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration.
I get what you mean.
I believe we did not meet the last time we were here.
I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello. My name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here.
And you, sir?
Hyde.
You come here often?
For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yes.
Oh, you're not from around here. Neither are we.
Where do you come from?
Far away.
By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more?
More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing.
That sounds far away, indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this?
Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived.
Image? Ah, the Arami Gendru album cover? No wonder you look familiar. Oh, wait, I thought about that. This, literally, we're listening to it right now.
As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista.
What do you want to drink tonight?
The usual. That is how you say it, yes?
Yes, so anything?
Yes. We won't be able to taste the difference anyway.
really can't taste anything?
Yes.
What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something?
Interesting premise. But we doubt you will be able to do that.
Challenge accepted.
Please surprise us.
Something that'll make him feel something? What the fuck? Something that'll make him feel something. What the... space, right? It says sweet and cool like outer space. Maybe? Okay, milk, honey, and mint. I doubt that this is it, but let's try it. It has the name is Milky Way, surely. Let's see. I hope I got this right.
Thank you.
What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink.
This. What is this? We have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately.
It was that! That's great! You used to live a short ferry away from Seattle? Oh, nice. I'm so far away from Seattle.
Then, thank you so much from all of our kind.
You are one interesting person.
Thank you. That was a compliment. Yes?
Normally, yes. But you can't be so sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil?
Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call Milky Way.
What kind of job?
We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds.
You really are here to find a date. All the way from the galaxy far, far away. Wow. Turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point.
We do not understand, but we are glad if we can make you laugh.
Oh, the pleasure was mine. God damn it, Freya. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us?
We are sorry, but that is classified information.
Aw, man.
But we believe it is alright to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista.
Oh, yay, we get lore! I owe you this story. So why?
Everyone, including us and you and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves, because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in.
I still don't see the relation between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey! You came here to give seeds. So a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth.
That is correct.
The half-breeds will be half Earthling and half whatever you are.
Yes.
Assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend. We are trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector.
That is 100% correct.
Holy shit! You're trying to give us a superhero?
Yes, that is what your people will call the protector.
But why go through all the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero.
Sadly, it's not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born.
That sounds beautiful. And creepy.
Why?
It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy.
That was a badly chosen word, but it is roughly similar to the truth.
Also, are they like myconids? Like, you know that whole hive mind, like, mushroom people in D&D lore? Are they just like hive mind? Kind of like all spreading their spores in giant orgies? That's literally what the myconids do. Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid? With love?
Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead.
Well, how's the mission going so far?
We cannot say it is going well.
I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further. If it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that. Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them. But I don't like to sleep around. Really. To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot.
Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean that you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories?
Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about.
But our mission is serious.
It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me.
We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives.
Yes, that's called commitment.
Such a strange concept. And why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems?
Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So, even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them.
We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will. But we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least, that was what we gathered from our information network.
Theoretically, that should be the case. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it.
We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya.
Ask away.
How can we become your husband?
First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? before you talk about marriage.
Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend?
You should, or you could start by asking whether she's single or not.
Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single?
Yes, I am single.
Do you want to be our girlfriend?
Now, the path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone.
Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated.
Alright. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker.
Smooth talker?
Someone good at communicating with others.
That would be really challenging for us.
Even after all of that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer if their male partners wear condoms.
Condoms?
It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy.
Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring?
Pleasure.
All this information is too much to process in one evening.
So we talked about condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it?
We are pretty flexible with that. But we cannot tell you the details unless we agree to do the mating ritual.
I don't want to imagine how it's done.
Oh, you do not need to worry. You will not hurt anyone physically or mentally.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Especially the mental part.
We did our research. And we tried it on a testing object we made. It was proven.
The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir.
Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult.
It is. I have to agree with that.
Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base.
How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information?
We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you.
You're welcome.
We are off now.
Bye. Take care on your way, sir. So strange. Every time, so strange. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivete. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation. Unless it really piques his interest. Or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow. To Seoul? 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 Seoul. So I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. Huh, I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. Box cutter! Yeah, you're making fun of my horrible, horrible accent. Thanks. Oh, box cutter, you missed it. I showed off all my dice. Well, not like all of them, but like I showed off a lot of them. Dwarven-made cars face challenge against an unexpected competitor. Who's the competitor? The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. Protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Oh. Yeah. Maybe we'll see Aqua today. Welcome. Who are you, Men in Black looking guy? You even have the thing in your pocket. Good evening, sir. Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division, or FIRE for short. How may I help you? We've heard reports of alien sightings in this area. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature? I don't think so. But what should I be looking for? What's the alien look like? We're not 100% sure. But according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You'd think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know? That is a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures after all. Thank you for the help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website. Will do, sir. You don't want to drink anything before leaving? We're good. Take care on your way. They said we. The same way that the alien does. Also, I'm glad that we as the main character are not an arc. I'm very happy about that. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Huh? Aqua and with Myrtle! Oh my god! Good evening, Oyster. I need to give you, oh god, I keep going back and forth with you about the accent that I should do with you. I don't know what accent I should give you. I gave you like a kind of shy girl accent, I think. Veteran now working in a hospital. Oh, hey, we got 3 with Hyde. Let's see. The fact that I've been blood sober for 10 years now. Model, past, stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Oh, look at Neil. Oh, they haven't written anything. Oh, that's amazing. All right, let's read the one for today, which it looks like it might be kind of a long one. So, buckle in. It was a Saturday night. As usual, I picked her up from her apartment for another Saturday night date. I used the word another, but to be honest, this was the first actual Saturday night date we'd done since I don't even know when. It wasn't every week a cool event related to our hobby happened, so we, or I suppose I should say, weren't going to miss this chance for a cozy evening in her apartment. We'd only been dating for 4 months, and I kid you not, we couldn't have been more different. I'm the type of person who feels restless if I don't go out on the weekend. Well, she'd prefer to lock her apartment from the inside, flush the key down the toilet, and never leave again. That's why me going out to her apartment on the weekend was the fairest option for both of us. I mean, we can just order food online and chill without having to worry about the traffic. Ain't that cool? That's what she said whenever I asked if she wanted to eat out somewhere. That happened a lot in our first month together. After that, I just tried to get used to it. We drove to the event. It wasn't that far, but traffic's always ridiculous on the weekend. Throughout the drive, we barely spoke. Total silence, except for the music playing from my playlist. If she knew the song, we would sing along to the song. If not, then total silence it was. When we arrived at the event, she changed. She became the most outgoing, friendly, and talkative person around. Even I was nothing compared to her, and I usually consider myself a very talkative person. We said hi to everyone we knew, and some we didn't. Then we tried all the games being showcased there. We sat next to each other, trying one game after another, commenting on the story, art, music, gameplay, atmosphere, any other aspects that you might use to judge a game. But when we played, we just played. No talking during the playthrough. Total silence. As if she was recharging spent energy from all the interacting she's done before. Back in her apartment, we didn't talk much. She made 2 cups of green tea latte for the both of us, and then we watched Netflix together, with only a few words traded. "Don't you feel bored dating me?" she asked. "Really? This again?" "I know, I'm sorry to bring this up again, but you were so silent today I thought you were mad at me." "Honey, I'm not mad at you. Why would I be?" "I don't know, it's just that I'm super introverted, you're super extroverted, and there are times where I feel like I'm holding you back from your true self." "You're just overthinking things, honey. Tonight was amazing, and I can't thank you enough for being willing to join me and sacrifice your stay-at-home relaxation time. We both know how much you love staying in, and how rarely you get the chance to do it. Why do you like me? You've asked this question a dozen times in the last 4 months, you know?" I nudged her and smiled. I just wanted to make sure," she said, and started crying. Hey, don't be sad. It's okay. And to answer your question, I don't know why I like you." And answer again. "Because it's true. All I know is I feel comfortable around you. I just feel happy, calm, and I don't know. Do I need to know?" That sounds dangerous, liking someone without knowing the reason. Oh, believe me, dear, I was confused for the longest time before I realized. It's actually the best feeling I've ever had. How about you? Why do you like me? Who said I liked you? I was speechless for a moment. She grinned at me and giggled through the remains of her tears. "You should have seen your face." "Oh my god, don't mess around with me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack." "Good. It means you weren't lying about your feelings," she smiled. "You haven't answered my question." "It's a secret?" "That's not fair. I told you mine. I hate to break it to you, but I don't know is not a proper answer, my dear. But it's an honest one. I know." We stayed silent again. So that was my introvert girlfriend and me. My answer to her was obviously a lie. Not knowing why you like someone is super scary, but I never imagined being able to feel like that for anyone other than her. At least that's how I wish things could be, I thought as I drove back home alone in my car in total silence.
Good evening, Oyster.
Yo. Oh, Miss Aqua, Miss Myrtle. Have you both been somewhere together?
We plan to meet here.
It's just a coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything?
Do you want to order first?
Nah, you go first.
Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint?
Ah, you want mint Marrakesh. I know what you want. Or Makaresh? It's like one of those. Marrakech. Marrakech? Yeah, one of those. Drink's ready. Ooh, this looks really fresh. I call this Marrakech, inspired by its origin. In Morocco? I heard the people there really love tea. Let's give this a try then. Oh my. It's warm, but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea. How about you, Miss Myrtle? Do you want to order right away? Sure. I'll have the Teterik. Okay. I did figure this out before. So tea, and milk. Here's your Teterik. Huh? Is there something wrong? No. It's better than I thought it would be, actually. The taste is really authentic. Just like the Teterik you get in the Southeast Asia. Thanks for the compliment. Where did you learn to make it? I traveled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about it in Malaysia? Yeah, and from videos on the internet. So, how are things going in the office? As usual. Tiring. But thanks to you and your team, we've made some good progress with the problem we've been stuck on for a while. I'm glad I can be of help. It's not every day our research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less. The thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime to make sure the game will be available for the holiday season. Oh. I want to say please don't forget to rest, but I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and the team. As if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please see your family, get some rest. But we all know that optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move. We'll stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them. Yeah, they're talking about like the gaming industry and like just crunch culture in general. You see it a lot, especially I feel so bad about like the manga and anime studios that they work so hard, dude. They work so hard. Like creative arts in general, you expect like this high quality stuff on a dime, and sometimes like that's not it. That's not what you do. Same thing with game devs, which is what this conversation's all about. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's guilt. I wish I could help you. Thanks for the hearts. Or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that. For guilt is something that also bothers me a lot. Even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. Yeah, it was earlier in the game that we found out that Aqua actually left like her home to come to this city, to Seattle, for like a better life. And you know, I'm an immigrant, so I feel very. I feel like Aqua's very relatable to me because my family, you know, we left Cuba for hopes of a better life, really. So I feel that guilt of like leaving other family behind. Like I still have family in Cuba that is just not going through a great time, and there's that guilt that you feel about not being able to take them with you, or not being able to give them enough, or not being able to send them enough. And you know, I get that. And you know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry, but it still saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice. Oh yeah, that too. It kind of takes you out of it. Like seeing some of the stuff talking about like anime studios in general, because that's just the first thing that came to my mind, is about like MAPPA and how hard they work for all of their animations, and they're just like projects upon projects upon projects. Sorry I ruined the mood for everyone. Don't worry about it, Aqua. I'm not that bad off, you know? At least the company gives us decent compensation. Healthcare, bonuses, and so on. And we're already used to this. So don't you worry about me, okay? Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't be the norm. Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us out a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way? Actually, I have some good news about it. What is it? The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year. PAX, nice. That's really great news. Congrats. Thank you. So, what's the problem then? I haven't confirmed my attendance to the organizer. Why? Confirm it, fast. Before they give your spot to another indie. I'm just not sure about it. What's stopping you? Cost? The booth is free for indies. That's good then, and the event's even in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket. But I'm not that confident. You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry, and also senior journalists. I know, but I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional, and thousands of people will be visiting Max, expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games. Every game has its own market, you know, and you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid. What if some haters visit the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? Or about me? That's not going to happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. It's true, they can't hide behind animosity. Even after all that, I'll still be there by myself for the whole event. That one is a problem, yeah. Meeting that many people is already scary enough. Doing it for 4 days straight? Showing my baby to the public? I just can't imagine the horror. You know what? Huh? So far, my schedule is pretty empty around then. You're gonna go with her? Moral support! Moral support! Oh my god, they're the cutest! I love them so fucking much. If things stay this way until Max, I'll come with you. Same, girl, same! You don't have to do that. Even if you're free then, you shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax, or something. Nah, it's no bother. And I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge.
What about your company's booth?
Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year.
But...
I'm coming with you. Whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Aqua, you are deemed the bottom of today. God damn it, I love these guys. I love both of these guys. Good. Now, what are you going to show the game on?
Look at you! You're just the bottom!
Exactly! Hi, Burb! How are you?
I have a laptop and a smartphone.
Is the expo build ready?
Expo build?
You're not planning to showcase the full version, right?
That's the plan.
Don't! I can give you the guidelines on what to have for the expo build. Do you have the game with you now?
It's on my phone. I can send you the build now if you want.
Do so.
Okay.
This is so cute. This is like, cause she's more experienced, Myrtle's more experienced in the field and she's helping Aqua. That's so sweet. Got it. Now. Let's see. I love them. Little babies. Rachel, you're back! Hello, Miss Rachel. You look so sad though. Like, what's going on? Did you have a talk with your dad?
Hi, Oyster.
What's wrong?
Huh? Nothing. I've just been practicing all day, and I'm pretty tired.
Are you having a concert soon?
Don't tell anyone yet. It'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at Coachella next week.
Hey, did you guys hear Miku is going to be performing at Coachella this year? They're still adding new performers?
Yeah, you might say that. Those announced this late are backups.
Oh. Yeah, and this time it'll work out because last time it was COVID. So Miss Hatsune Miku didn't get her time to shine at Coachella, but now she'll be able to be there. But it's still the biggest festival in the country.
Yes, and I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink, something sweet.
What do you want to order?
A sweet hot chocolate.
Ooh, that is nice. All right, hold on. Sweet. Yeah, probably this. So chocolate, honey, and milk. Here's your drink.
Oh, it looks very pretty. And it's warm and sweet. I love it.
Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else.
Thanks.
Other than the instruction on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play.
Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion?
Probably, but in case there's a good reaction to it, you might have people lining up to play your game. Don't want to make them wait too long.
That makes sense.
If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention.
Noted.
Ooh, there are so many people coming in today. Dad! Man, okay, am I covering her face? No, it's fine. You can kind of see. What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening? I was worried. I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio. So I thought you'd be here. Guys, you gotta talk out your issues. And now you're causing another ruckus. We're sorry, Oyster. We didn't mean to cause you any problems. You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for. Well, anyway, I better order something. What are you having? Can I try the STMJ again? Because you ordered that last time and I totally fucked it up. What would you recommend? Might I suggest a cup of Spanish Sahara? Oh, what is that? It's basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Sounds delicious. I'll take that Spanish Sahara. Alright, fine. I guess. I'm so sorry I'm coughing so much. It just has not gone away. Your drink is ready, sir. My. This is amazing. Glad you liked it. Dad. Yes? Please just go home after you finish your drink. Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert. I need him. He's going to help me become more successful. I know, Morris. He is not a good person. The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars so that they become superstars. I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better. You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me. Now you're afraid of the industry too. What's next? You'll lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing? You're just too young to understand. Then make me understand, because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years, but you learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter. Rachel, I'm sorry, but I'm trying, okay? Try harder. Because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one. I know, but give me a chance. You know what? It will take time for me to learn, but I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. I could try to be your manager. Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long. I told you, I have informants there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course, there are things I'd need to figure out, but It doesn't work that way, Dad. You know that. Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all my momentum. If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris? I don't think so. Mr. Lester is at the height of his career now. He's my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Now, please go home. Relax. And don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away. And it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. When are you going to be home? I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label provided. But that's... See you, Dad. Wait, Rachel. Oh no, honey. Oh no, I'm so worried that something's gonna happen. I really hope you're just being paranoid, Henry. Excuse me for a moment, Oyster. Oh, I hope they're gonna be okay. I'm sorry about what just happened. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway. What? You didn't hear their argument, Myrtle? Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? That's amazing. What's so amazing about that? I don't think I can do that. Dividing and focusing my attention so completely. Especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and you were focusing on them instead?
No, I was listening. I made notes.
See, you didn't even realize. But you are capable of focusing your attention.
Now that you mention it, it happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all.
Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yo, Oyster, we're leaving. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you for the drinks, as usual.
Please take care on your way home. They are so stinking cute. Oh, there's gonna be more, but let me check this before we finish. Oh, we got an update from Rachel. Oh, she changed her picture. Her picture's different. Rachel Florencia, you might have seen me on your screen singing, dancing, or modeling, working on a new album, especially for you right now. Music enthusiast and father. Still the same picture, so cute. Myrtle, let's see, what do you say? Everything says me time. And as I've stated before, working on Full Metal Conflict series. Wow, alright. You are a woman of few words. I guess that's all for You're back, Henry. Are you alright, sir? Sir? Oh. Yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No. I lost her. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're right. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Throughout your arguments with Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Huh. Now that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s, and they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me the hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols. To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families. And the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of the abuse, but it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place from time to time. And we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. Are you gonna be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Oyster. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. Alright then. Goodbye. Aww, he's such a sweet old man. He's just worried. He's just worried about his little girl. Oh, little baby bean. October 1st. Oh my god, this fucking meme? No way! Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Rachel Florencia confirmed to perform at Coachella 2020. Wow, she's on the page! She's on the front page! Gil Nyman and Maruki Harukami to collaborate for a new IP. Oh, I bet Freya's happy about that. Oh my god. Amazing. That's gonna be it for me today. I love you guys all very, very much, and I'll see you next time.